Hello everyone, welcome to the most spontaneous live stream I've ever done. I just posted this link for our daily portrait practice in the Discord server. And I'm not sure who this is. I would love to find out. Thought it would be interesting to look back through my iPad photos and see what faces I have on there. And I took this screenshot in February in 2020. It has a little arrow on the side, so I think it's a part of an Instagram post. And hopefully I'll find out who this is. And today's sketch is going to be really brief, and most of you will be watching the replay, so please say hello in the comments, like and subscribe to this channel. And I am going to be doing a webinar. The last couple of days I said it's going to be Saturday, but it will be Friday, which is tomorrow. Please join my mailing list. The link is in the description, and I'll be writing to you tomorrow probably, or maybe tonight. I would love to have you there. And it's about time we get drawing, because I have time to draw right now, and I would like to keep this pretty brief. And I thought there were a lot of shapes in here that are really compelling, and I think it will be helpful to go with the water-soluble pencil again, and maybe a little bit of watercolor on top. So I'm just going to start going now. I hope that some people will come and say hello in the chat as you join live. I imagine we'll have some people, spontaneous guests who join. One person is watching. Hi, say hello in the chat. And we'll see how we go. So yeah, usually I know who we're drawing and I try and get in touch with people, and this time I just found the screenshot that I took in 2020, and I'm not sure who this is, but I hope to find out. It's a really incredible photo, and I thought it would be really great for today. There are so many people I want to draw, and I was thinking, I started listening to a book yesterday. I was talking about a podcast that I listened to, and I started listening to a book by Sophie Strand, and it's quite amazing, and I would like to hear a bit more of her writing and thoughts, and hopefully get in touch and maybe work on Sophie's portrait someday as well, because it's just like, since yesterday, oh wow, look, Kitty, Rachel, Cheryl, Ingrid, Nana, it's amazing. I just look up and everyone's here. Thank you for joining maybe my most spontaneous live stream of recent times, because I just had to seize the opportunity. There's a lot going on here right now, and I just thought now is the time. I have time right now. So it's going to be tomorrow, the webinar. So yesterday I was mentioning that Saturday evening I would do a webinar. It would be live in Zoom. And I realized it's actually going to be better for me, and perhaps better for you, to do it Friday. So that is tomorrow. And it was interesting, the conversation we had yesterday about kind of struggle. And I was wondering if struggle is really, it's not the word I want to attach to the live stream, but I was thinking today, trying to come up with some ideas of what it could be called. And yes, super early, Ulverine and Lewis, hello, welcome. Nice that you can jump on super early. So I was thinking today, tomorrow's webinar, Friday, will be a very good Friday. It's going to be about, putting in the work, basically. I think that's something that came through, like just collecting the experience of like doing these different things, going through, making something, and kind of from the abundance of our collected experience, being able to find the pathway to put together whatever it is that we are putting together. I'm still not sure that it's a work in progress title. There's a lot of words, but the webinar will be tomorrow. I'd love you to join. It'd be really cool to hang out. And Friday instead of Saturday, because I realized the family won't be gone on Saturday. They're just gone for one night, and so it'd be nice for me to share some time over the Easter celebrations. There's a big tradition in Germany, big old pagan tradition of having massive fires for Easter. They call it the Easter fire. And Easter is like this old tradition, Ostara, and the celebration of spring and the return of life and abundance. And that is really what is happening right now. There are cherry blossoms everywhere. Things are flowering. Birds are returning. There's life everywhere. And that's what it's all about, really. And there's going to be a big fire. And so it'll be nice to go with the kids. They're very excited about it. So we'll be going there Saturday. So Friday, I'll be here, home alone, with you. Call it work. This is work. Quite right, Wolverine. I'm working right now. And you're all working with me. Or we just call it work. We call the webinar is about work. Putting in the work, doing the work. I like these titles that feel like they could be transferred onto anything else. They could mean anything, be relevant in every aspect of life, because there is this kind of fractal quality to creating things, or just the experience of anything we focus on, how it then becomes kind of I've made the chin a bit small here, but that's okay. This is just a quick one today. Just a lens to understand anything. So it can be the image making, but it's just relevant to everything in life and the world right now. It'll be really interesting. It's going to be cool. Come hang out with me in my webinar. Join the mailing list if you haven't already. The link is in the description, and there'll be a replay too. All right, I'm going to start putting... Oh, this is a water-soluble pencil. I'm going to start putting some water on here. What have we got? I might use this brush. In that case, I'll add a little bit more pigment to things. So this is super light, and there are really nice shapes in this. This is why I thought this is going to be spontaneous. Don't have heaps of time. Want to choose a reference which I feel like just has some really clear shapes, and come up with this one. So we'll go with that. See what happens. That was referred to the struggle. I got that after. Sometimes it's a struggle, and that's okay. But it is work. So it's kind of like, it's something I'm trying to impart to my children at the moment as well. That sometimes things that feel like work, they're very, at the moment, they're very resistant to like helping out with anything. And there have been some conversations that we've had, and like, not everything has to feel like super fun. Like, I feel like they live this life where they're kind of hooked on entertainment. Everything should be entertainment. It's like, some things we do just because it's good for the whole family, or it's good for the garden, or it's good for our pet rabbits. We do things because there's benefit to our action, and not every action needs to feel like the most fun thing. And that comes up in food as well, but they only want to eat the things which they think are the yummest. I'm kind of like, but there's so much more to life than starchy carbohydrates. I don't know, bit of a tangent here, but I guess what I was thinking is this idea that work and things that require effort, they can also be enjoyable and rewarding, even though it's not always that immediate kick of satisfaction. It can lead to a greater reward. And that's kind of what I feel like, there's so much going on at this time of year, so much growth and so much work. I just saw a tractor driving across the field in the evening because there's just stuff that has to be done. And kind of, We'll see. I will see. We will see. How is everyone doing? There are 12 of you here. Thank you for joining. Another one of the super quick. I'm going to jump on, and most people catch the replay live stream. I did a little bit more work on yesterday's portrait, which was already quite an in-depth one, and that's why I felt like today maybe just as a balance, it'd be good to do something brief. And just because how's everyone doing? Vanessa, it's not always instant gratification, but rewarding in the long run. Yes. Sometimes we may not see exactly that there are some, some things we do, and we can talk about life in general through the lens, through the understanding of drawing. Sometimes you do something, it's like, yeah, oh, that's good. It's instantly satisfying, instant gratification. And sometimes it's confusing, but we just, keep going, keep making things, and it will lead somewhere, even if we don't know where that is yet. All right, some kind of light background thing could be interesting here. And then I'm almost maybe even going to wrap it up. Very brief. Wolverine says, the process itself is the satisfaction. Yes, not the result. That's it. Being in the process and the making. The nice result, of course, is welcome. That's right. And the more we're in the process and the more we're finding our way, it can lead to those nice results. And that's kind of where we're at. We're like putting in some effort to get somewhere, and each step of the way it's leading towards that thing that we haven't done yet, that next thing. And it could be the thing. Vanessa, I'm always lost in the sauce, running to catch everything. I need a schedule. Cheryl says, the German farm communities in the US are all about work. It's a path to God. Yeah. Yeah, and I saw this, and maybe we'll draw him someday. I saw Dino Serrao, incredible street photographer, took a portrait of a fisherman from Norway who said what was it? Since he was, he spent the last 50 years working almost every day. And, the reward can totally be in their work. Right, was this yellow? Yeah, yellow and purple. I was just thinking, is this yellow a good decision? But yellow and purple is kind of always fun. I'll just show you this. Look, I put a bit more detail, a bit more pencil. And that was nice. And here is a special super sneak peek of something, which is coming up soon. I filmed a tutorial of making this for something which is going to be a mixed media class hosted by the Willowing Online Art School. That's something I just made today. Ashley, hello. Flyby gal, yeah, perfect timing. This was pretty spontaneous, and you were here. The time was right. There's this nice little brush right here. And how dry is this? So I'm almost done for today. Super brief one. And it's nice sometimes to be able to be spontaneous and brief. And I hope you're all having fun. I hope you've joined my mailing list. Even if you can't be there live at the webinar tomorrow, there'll be a replay, and I'll be writing to my mailing list very soon. I've just been talking about it the last couple of days here, that I'm going to be doing a webinar, and I've decided it's going to be tomorrow instead of Saturday. So please be on my mailing list so you can get the information and you can come join or catch the replay. And I will see, maybe if I do a Google reverse image search, I'll be able to find who this person is. It's such a nice photo. Oops. Oh, that's hazardous. With these pencils, if you draw into the wet, it gets so dark. Now that that's dark, some other things have got to get a bit darker to balance it out. All right. It's not as satisfying as yesterday's, but it's quick practice. Quick, spontaneous practice has value. And we've done more of it in previous months, but this month has been, with the watercolor, there has been like an extended time frame, which has just kind of automatically happened. And yeah, it still is really great to be able to just put in some brief practice. It all adds up. The young person in the image has such nice long eyelashes, yeah. So in the coming 24 hours, I'll be sharing stuff about the webinar, which will be happening in just over 24 hours. I'll share it in the Discord server. You can get this reference and share your work in the Discord server. Share it to Instagram and my mailing list, and whoever's able to make it on such short notice, I'll be super happy to have you there. Be a chance to hang out and chat and talk about the work. I see part of the work of having so much experience. I'm at this stage where I'm kind of, or a couple of minutes ago, where I was pretty kind of unsatisfied with this, but I see pathways to how it could become more. And that's why I'm finding it difficult to stop, because I know that from this still somewhat undefined, unresolved image, which is not super satisfying yet, I know there is a way. Based on the experience of all the pieces I've done, I'm like, I could keep going, and this could become something, but I've got to stop. So we can get more into that experience and that topic with each other tomorrow. Okay, everyone. Lewis working without drawing and directly with watercolor today. That's so exciting. Lewis was the instigator, the catalyst that got me on the path. And I was like, hey, Lewis, look, I did this without pencil. And then I added pencil to it. That's it for today. Oh, it's so hard to stop. Keep seeing things. But that's it for today. Make sure you join my mailing list. It's like in the links in the description, and I will see you tomorrow. We can hang out tomorrow in Zoom.